today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
You look at this Niner defense.
This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Now 49er pressure, and they get it. It's blocked.
Inside the 20.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in.
And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Gardeners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he'll get this to the 32. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago,
pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Now back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. You look at this Niner defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He'll return it from the 6.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At their own 18. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go.
On 2nd down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as he'll get this up to the 32.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here's Guerrero on first down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
3rd down and 1. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6.
A run out of the gun with Brooks.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A first carry for Elijah Mitchell.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he'll get it down to the plate of the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Purdy now to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Purdy
got his man. It's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Williams, the man. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
And that sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, that lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
On 4th down, here's Purdy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll look to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And taking it across midfield and in. On the move on first down. He'll look to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
On second down, it's Walker. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
He saw the pressure and he got out, but he never got upfield. And the defense, they took full advantage of a rookie mistake there. They were able to add a big loss on the sack.
Now here's Michael Dixon. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he's got room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 6-0 our score after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Brooks. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stuffed the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
Purdy on 4th down. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
In motion right, that's Williams. Throwing here, Purdy.
He's got it to Williams.
Touchdown! Jamison Williams, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the 49ers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0.
That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they've got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2nd and 6. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This one goes underneath to Walker, and he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Now they'll change things up. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 90 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. A give running right is Mitchell.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd down. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Xavier Worthy
from 8 yards out.
And the Niners take a 3-touchdown lead.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And out now come the Seahawks.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
139 yards rushing. For him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Purdy going to give it to Guerrero.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Another try for Guerrero.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Now 2nd and 3.
They'll try the middle with Guerrero. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Williams, a man in motion right.
On first down, it's Purdy.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Jamison Williams
with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Niners are able to add on to their first half lead.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play there. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for the Niners. 52 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has it. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Now Purdy. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they have been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick six.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice consistent gain.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Purdy. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Moody good with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25.
is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back.
Purdy to throw it on first down.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him out. They tend to leave him in.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Tip Ryman, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Shotgun now with Purdy.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's been... Big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll get this complete to Worthy.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
A CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the 49ers are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Brooks is in. Touchdown, 49ers.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now Moody for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver complete. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Purdy. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Purdy. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but That lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Now a 3rd and 6. Purdy off the play fake. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though?